Okay, there are some buttons on this calculator that I know you've been wondering about. Sine, cosine, and tangent. We're going to talk about them today. In a right triangle, there's a special ratio relationships exist between the sides of the triangle. So I've drawn a right triangle in here, and we know that this is the hypotenuse. And the other two are called legs. But when we talk about trig, we talk about one of them as being the adjacent leg, one of them being the opposite leg. And it depends on where you are in the triangle. So if you were situated at A, if you're standing up here at A, then one of these legs is opposite of you and one is adjacent to you. And the word adjacent means that it touches you. So this is your adjacent side and this is your opposite side. And then your trig ratios relate to the lengths of those sides. So let's give some numbers in there. Let's make this 3 and this 4 and this 5. So the sine is abbreviated SIN, and it is the ratio of the opposite over the hypotenuse. The cosine, abbreviated COS, is the ratio of the adjacent over the hypotenuse. The tangent, NT, is abbreviated TAN, and it is the opposite over the adjacent. So if we were finding the sine of angle A, we would look for the opposite over the hypotenuse, and it would be 4/5. If we were looking for the cosine of angle A, we would be looking for the adjacent over the hypotenuse, which would be 3/5. And if we were looking for the tangent from angle A, we would be looking at the opposite over the adjacent, which would be 4/3. Now, if we moved from angle A to angle B, if we're situated at angle B, then this is no longer the opposite. This is now the adjacent, and this one's the opposite. But the hypotenuse doesn't change. So if I wanted the sine from angle B, that would be the opposite over the hypotenuse, which is 3/5. The cosine from angle B is the adjacent over the hypotenuse, which is 4/5. And the tangent from angle B is the opposite over the adjacent, which is 3/4.